Welcome to the PLZ Soccer Show. Today, Alan Ruff alongside me as ever, and our special guest, Barry Ferguson. Before we talk about last night's games, Barry, Walter Smith, Scotland manager?
Yeah, listen, they've obviously not got Michael O'Neill. Walter Smith's available. I know people going about his age and he's been out the game for the past 7 years. But for me, I think he'd be a fantastic choice. He's got the experience, he knows what it's all about. And he still goes to games. I mean, he's seen regular at Ibrox, and I'm sure on a Tuesday or a Wednesday night or on a Sunday he's watching the games on TV.
Yeah. We like you working for us. I mean, we do like Barry since he's joined us, Ruffy, but if the call come in, listen, we want you to be part of the backroom team, would you go with Walter as well?
Listen, it'd be an unbelievable offer, but listen, I'm sure Walter's got his own men in mind, and I think that's one of the reasons why, if he does decide to take the job, he's got to have it in his own people coming in, his own assistants. He'd done that the previous times when he was in charge at Scotland. He had the late great Tommy Burns and Coisty was his coaches, and they were a fantastic three to work with.
Yeah, that's basically you two are getting a custard pie, and I'm off. And by the way, I've changed my mobile.
No, I think they're more people up for a post than Barry. So I'm only joking. No, I'm only joking.
There's a kick in the teeth. Eh?
No, I think he's kidding himself on. I think Walter Smith, when given the job, will be his kind of men out there, and I always say it should be people who have been part and parcel of the setup. Barry's been there, captain, and that's the kind of player you need round about a dressing room. You know, I've always worked with experienced managers, and Walter Smith, and obviously Sir Alex Ferguson, and Barry will tell you, when these kind of guys walk through the door on a big night, they don't even have to be there at training. You know, they can just walk through the door and say, right, this is it, and everybody is 100% listening to every word that comes out their mouth, and I'm sure Walter Smith will have that in the present Scotland team. I think it'd be a good shout, but I think it has to be his men that he works with.
Listen, if he doesn't get it or he doesn't take it, I think it's a case of, you know, either I want it or I don't. I think that's the predicament. But for whatever's happening at the SFA, I think they've bungled from one disaster to the next. You know, we're now getting fed the possibility of even Malky Mackay being considered for the role. You don't know whether the chief executive's coming in first, whether they're going to pick the manager first.
Well, it's a great point you make. I think they've got to get the chief executive in first before they name the manager. I mean, I know all the talks about Walter this week. When's the chief exec coming in? Is he coming in this week or next week? Or, you just don't know with SFA, and I think they need to get this right. This is an appointment that we need to get spot on, because as you say, we've not been a tournament in 20 years. And for me, a guy like Walter Smith, with his experience and his knowledge of the game, he could be the man to take us.
Okay, let's look at last night's games. You know, only one person got the result right at Firhill, Ruffy, and he's not on my left or my right. I predicted Rangers would win it. It could have been also different though, because your old boys had a perfectly good goal, in my view, ruled offside. Was it offside in your mind?
Not offside for me. I think the boy Bates obviously had his hand up very quickly, but I don't think he realised that it was online as far as where I was. But I've said all along, you know, when you play Rangers and Celtic, you have to strike first. You have to put a bit of doubt, not only in the players' mind, but also the fans' mind as well. And that might have changed the game a wee bit, you know. But in saying that, I thought Salmon had a shot that hit the inside of the post. I can't believe it stayed out. But after that, I think Rangers, once they got the goal, they relaxed a wee bit. And I have to say, I thought both Rangers' goals were extremely good goals, and good enough to win a game.
Yeah, two special goals, Barry.
I don't know what game two you were looking at. I thought it was well offside. No, it would have been interesting if Partick Thistle, I mean, the first 25-30 minutes, they were on top. They did have a few chances, so it would have been interesting to see how Rangers would have reacted to going a goal down. But listen, it didn't happen that way. And they had to get back to winning ways, because Saturday wasn't good enough. And we all know Firhill's a difficult place to go and get a result. So it was a good 3 points that gets them back to winning ways. And I agree with Rufford. I thought the two goals were not just fantastic finishes, but fantastic moves as well.
Yeah, and of course they closed the gap on Aberdeen, just 3 points now. What about the other game, Motherwell against St Johnstone? First of all, the positives, Motherwell 2-0, and Curtis Main continues to impress, as well as the other players that Stephen Robinson has put in the side.
Yeah, he's been a great find. We all know how good a player Louis Moult was for Motherwell, the amount of goals he scored. He was their main man for me. And I thought when he came out of the team from his injury, before he got his move to Preston North End, their form was great. So it was no coincidence when he went out of the team they struggled a bit. But they've got Curtis Main in, he's banging in goals, and he's took over for Louis Moult. And I think the Motherwell fans will be happy with kind of player that Stephen Robinson's brought in.
Yep. In contrast to that, Ruffy, St Johnstone, it's not been going as well as it has been in previous seasons. I'm a Tommy Wright fan. I think he'll get it right. I don't see them being involved in the bottom end, but you know, there's only 6 points between them and the bottom sides.
No, I think he will be just disappointed where they are, because we all know that for the last 3 or 4 seasons they've been a top 6 side, and that'll be the disappointing for him. But there are obviously facts and figures of why this is happening. I don't think there's been enough turnover in the team over the last 2 or 3 years, like all the other teams have done, Dundee, Ross County, Partick Thistle, the Motherwells. But again, I think that's not a failing in the manager. I think he's been particularly loyal to a lot of these supporters, because obviously the cup win. But like all times in football, you need to change. But as Barry had said earlier, I don't think they've got the money, you know, to change. They might be able to bring in a couple of loan players here and there, but obviously losing the Halloran as well is a big one. Steve McLean getting injured as well, that just adds to the problems.
Okay, Barry's going to be with us on Friday. We'll look ahead to the Scottish Cup fixtures as well. He won't be with us on Saturday because usually in the season, Ruffy, we all stay together, we work hard, and then we have holidays in the summer. That's the rule. I mean, I can't remember in any capacity taking holidays in the season, because your boss would just give you a 3-line whip and a written warning. But Bonzo here's off to the Bernabeu.
Yeah, it's a good place to go, and obviously, you know, you thought it would be awaited maybe for a quiet weekend when we're not working, but obviously some people think about themselves more than others.
Yeah, I mean, listen, oh, here it is, dig yourself out, go on then.
Listen, it was a 40th birthday present, so I'm not going to knock back going to the Bernabeu. It's a fantastic stadium, somewhere that I never played it, so the second best thing, is to go and watch it. So, well, yous are here, I'll be over and enjoying a bit of nice Spanish wine and watching a good game of football. Yeah,
I mean, I've known you for, well, 20 years now. I haven't always spoken to you in the 20 years, to be honest with you, but I can't believe you're not taking anyways. Who are you taking?
Well, I'm taking Bob Malcolm, so it gives him a wee break for working on the ice cream van, so okay, I'll get the big man out and you can enjoy yourself.
Bob will be happy that you've told everybody he's still working on the ice cream van. Well done, he's done him in there, eh?
No, I'll be ice cream van tanned the other weekend.
listen right, just before we finish and get a call from Bob, he's an XXL, just with Ronaldo 9, and you know, just in case you've got any spare cash, you know, you're buying strips, because you'll go into the room, won't you?
Listen, I'm doing the full thing. I'm doing the tour of the stadium, so I don't know if Bob will come with me right enough. No. I don't know if it's his sort of scene, but listen, I'll bring his back a present.
Oh, that'll be great. By the way, I just need to know, just to get an insight into what type of person you are, will you stand with the European Cups and the Real Madrid bit? Because there's a section where you get your photograph taken. Will you do all that as well?
Of course, I'd be crazy not to. I'm football daft, and as I say, it's somewhere I've always wanted to visit, and I'll go there, and as I said, I'll do the tour, and I'll get a photo with the cup, and I'll bring you back a present.
Oh, can't wait for that. We are showing you that present next week. Thanks to Barry. So, yeah, but by the way, there's a great word in Scotland. It better not be a Snyder. So, on that, thanks to Barry, thanks to Ruffy. We'll speak to you tomorrow.